In spite of appearance, society of New York in the 19th century is living in a hieroglyphic world, where the truth can't be told, but can only be indicated. To live in a marriage of perfect appearance, or to be redeemed from pain, to live near heart's desire. Only choosing what is right will deteriorate the inside, but there is always the apple of your eye. Edith Wharton, born and raised in New York from prestigious families, accomplished her 12th novel, The Age of Innocence, published in 1920. It won the 1921 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, which makes Edith the first woman to win a Pulitzer Prize for fiction. Associating with the book, she marries and divorces her husband, facing many criticisms. She begins an affair and finds her partner. She was also a garden and interior designer, hence all the particularity of detail throughout the book. Foster says that every story has a quest. The quester, Newland Archer. The place to go, marriage. The reason, he loves May Welland. The challenges and trials, society's views and judgments, but mainly the assailing of May's cousin, Ellen Olenska, disturbing his love for May Welland. The real reason to go there? Because marriage is the common act to accomplish for an appearance of value in their New York clan. But the real reason for the quest. Archer realizes that marriage isn't what he expected. He finds out that he loves Ellen Olenska, not May. He sees that their society is dipped in lies, where the truth isn't spoke nor thought, only represented by arbitrary signs, and Ellen is the only woman who is frank and honest. There is no such thing as a wholly original work of literature. Foster says stories grow out of other stories. Some of you might have read The Awakening by Kate Chopin, made in 1899. Well, this book was made in 1920. You could say there's similar books in the plot and the use of color, like white, and the lighting of fireplaces to fire up scenes and such. In Foster's words, a vampire is someone who is selfish and treats others unfairly and puts their needs over others. In the Age of Innocence, you could say that all society is a vampire epidemic towards each other. The way that rumors are scandaled and revealed amongst each other, eating up others' happiness and making life dull for one. The Mingot family is a vampire toward Ellen and Archer's affair, because the reason they vow to end it is for the sake of their family's reputation, which again goes back to appearance in society being the vampire. Larry Lefferts, the foremost authority on form in New York, is a large contributor of keeping the hieroglyphic New York clan alive, which makes him and everyone like him a vampire for the shedding ounces of rumors for refreshment to their ears. In that case, eating Ellen Olenska's rumored life stories into puddles of blood. Flights of fancy. Foster says that flying is freedom. Whenever Archer Newland steps out of the New York zone to Washington or Newport, he finds that he is himself. When May Welland was gone and he flew to van der Luden's mansion to meet with Ellen, secretly, they started to get intimate, something he never did before in New York. Foster says that whenever a character has physical imperfections, it shows what is wrong with society on the outside. Manson Mingo, for example, is portrayed as an incredibly obese character, and her flesh is described as a burden. Firesides heat up the scene. Almost every time Ellen and Archer would find themselves alone together or making confessions of love, whether with action or voiced, it was by a fireside. Archer would always get desperate at the thought of their last time together being by the fire. Very unlike the way that May Welland is portrayed as white and pure and graceful. Or it could either be her ignorance to scandals surrounding her. Many times as she was described, she was always surrounded by lilies of the valley or daisies and roses at times, which can all signify the ignorance that blind her and society from the problems surrounding them because of the beauty. Conflict is one of the main literary elements. Archer Newland must decide between a loveless but right marriage or a passionate love. The issue is never resolved well because of his internal emotion and confusion. And then there's irony. The book is called The Age of Innocence, when in reality, that was the age of ignorance towards corruption. The new generation is the real age of innocence because they are freed from the high society values. The literary and readability scale. 7. The book involves a lot of symbolism that one would have to understand the deeper meaning of. It takes understanding of society at the time in search of symbolism. I would definitely recommend this book. It is full of passion, happiness, depression, and sadness all in one. If you like drama, it's definitely for you.